What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? One Eyebrow back from the PT channel to talk about The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 10, pictures, news, and spoilers. So obviously, spoiler warning, if you don't want to know this information, stop watching now. I don't want to ruin it for you at all. So stop watching now. Spoiler warning. Some new spoilers came out recently, and we want to talk about them a little bit for Episode 810 that airs this Sunday, and I'm excited for it because it looks to be a good episode, picking up where 809 left off. And if you can, guys, join our Walking Dead family. It's easy. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button to this channel, the PT channel, and become a PT peep. So 809 is done. 810 picks up at the gravesite of Carl, Rick, Michonne. It's going to be sad again to see Carl's grave, how Rick and Michonne are dealing with it. There's just going to be that, what do you say? How do you go on with it? But they have to. Rick is going to have Carl's gun. He's going to put it on the cross. He decides, should I leave it? Should I not? Nope, he takes it with him because he's not ready yet to listen to Carl. He talks to Negan. We'll talk about the spoilers in a second, but he talks to Negan actually, and he's going to be on the radio that he'll find at Alexandria. Rick's not going to listen to Carl right away. He's not going to put his guns down. He's just not there yet. It'll probably be at the very, very end of Season 8 when Rick's ready to be like, all right, we can stop fighting each other and let's finally have some peace. Let's actually work together. How about that for a change? Fight the dead, not each other. That would be great. But Michonne kills some walkers. They keep coming to Alexandria because remember, Alexandria is going to be lost for the time being. All the walkers are being getting in, and it's going to get overrun by walkers. Hopefully we'll get that cleared out by the end of the season and they rebuild to eventually make Carl's vision, right? Rick finds a radio, one of the Savior's bodies. I talked about it in another video. I'm still kind of curious why Negan was like, you're dead. We don't need you anymore. They don't take the bodies to bury them or whatever. Once the Savior's gone or killed off, he's no use to Negan anymore, so who cares? But Rick uses this radio to contact Negan. We'll see that in the episode. But like I said, Alexandria will get overrun by walkers. Michonne sees all the walkers come in. She goes to Rick's house. She sees the blue handprints of Judith and Carl. Very touching moment. She goes inside, gets Rick. Rick leaves with Michonne from Rick's house, carrying the orange backpack, whether you believe the theory or not. And we'll see Rick and Michonne at the bird van loading it up to get out of there. Though there's a fire at a gazebo that Rick and Michonne decide to put out. Well, Michonne goes and tries to put the fire out because she wants to still save Alexandria. It's still their home, and Alexandria is an awesome place in a zombie apocalypse. You want to keep that intact, but they try to put out a fire at a gazebo. It's tough for them to put out. Walkers are coming on them. Michonne's got to stop with the fire extinguisher at times to kill walkers. Rick uses the fire extinguisher to kill the walker. So it's just a touching moment that they're still fighting for Alexandria. It's still their home, and it should be that they want to come back to it. I mean, Carl's vision was of Alexandria. They were in Alexandria, so eventually they have to rebuild it, and they should. Down the series, we should see Alexandria and Hilltop and the Kingdom still around, and even the Sanctuary for sure. But Rick and Michonne, they fight off some of the walkers as much as they can, but eventually it gets overrun and they have to get back to the bird van to drive out of there. See, there's the awesome picture of Rick using a fire extinguisher as a weapon. Pretty cool. They get into the bird van and they get out of there. You can see the orange backpack right where Rick put it in. But Rick and Michonne drive out, and where are they going? They go to the scavengers. But first, they make a pit stop, and we're going to see the letters. I just made a video today about how many letters did Carl write. We know Rick got one, Michonne and Enid, because we saw those letters. Rick will be reading his letter, but also Negan's. Negan gets a letter as well, which is kind of cool. Negan and Rick talk on the radios. Rick tells Negan about Carl's death, but Negan, being Negan, uses that against Rick. Rick still wants to kill Negan, and Negan still wants to kill Rick. Regardless of what the letters say, they still want to kill each other. Rick's not there yet. Rick even says on the radio, that's not going to happen. Carl wants us to stop fighting, but we're not there yet. That's not going to happen. We're still going to come after each other. Rick still has a plan in his mind to kill Negan. Negan still wants to go after Rick, so there's still battles to be had. We're not there yet of putting the guns down, which I said will probably be in the very end of it. The last stand will be at the very end of the season, but you can tell there's more than one piece of paper there. So initially I thought Rick might have got two pieces of paper in his letter, but it looks to be that Negan got a letter and now Rick got a letter as well too. So that's the radio that Rick finds at Alexandria, takes with him, contacts Negan, which I said before is pretty dumb. Negan doesn't know that Rick is alive until he contacts him. He kind of figures it, I guess, until he sees the body, but you would have a stealth factor. You could have the element of surprise if you just don't contact him. He's like, Negan, I'm alive. I'm still coming for you. You're next, right? I hope he says, Coral is not alive anymore. Coral. We got to hear another Coral before the series is over. We can't not hear that anymore. We still have to hear him say Coral one last time. But Rick and Negan are going to be battling back and forth on the telephone. Telephone tough guys here. Well, they're on the radio, but radio tough guys, right? So Negan is going to know that Rick is alive, and Negan is going to use the fact that Carl is dead and taunt him to say, it's your fault, Rick. It's your fault that your son isn't alive. Kind of like Shane did to Rick too. Like, you can't protect him. You can't do that. I'm a better father than you. Negan might come around like that too. It might be a Shane callback. We'll see how it actually airs because we didn't see the episode. We just know some of the word that's going around. Remember, potential spoilers. Rick and Negan will interact. We'll see how it goes down later in the episode. But we'll also see Negan have a problem with Simon. There's some disobedience and a power struggle, but we'll see how it happens in the second part of the season. But Negan and Simon are talking. Then the box comes in from Hilltop of the guy that Maggie killed. I think his name is Dean. They shot him in the box. Negan kills the guy with a nail gun that Gary gives him, and they find out about the situation with Hilltop. But before they deal with that, because they'll eventually get to Hilltop, not this episode, Negan yells at Simon to go to the scavengers and kill one person, not the entire group. What do you think happens? Simon, will he listen to Negan? Will he do his own thing? I think Simon's going to do his own thing. That's what he's been doing. That's the problem. He's not really listening to Negan. So Simon takes a group of saviors to take on the scavengers, deal with them. He probably initially wants to listen to Negan and kill one person, but he doesn't do that, of course. He looks at Jadis and they have a conversation. Jadis lies to Simon saying that she was bringing Rick to them. The saviors shot at them, so they ran away, but we clearly know that Jadis was working with Rick, so she was trying to cover her own butt. Simon gets tough with the scavengers, takes all their guns, so they can't fight back. The scavengers give in to them, of course. Simon and Jadis have some altercation between each other. Jadis doesn't back down. Simon doesn't back down either. Simon takes his gun out, either points it at Brion or Tamiel first, but ends up killing both of them, so it doesn't matter what the word is. Then the rest of the scavengers are killed, leaving Jadis alive, the lone person to suffer for that. I'm just curious to see what's going to happen with Jadis down the road. Does she live, die? Does she become a different character? Now, Rick and Michonne are going to the scavengers to warn them about the saviors coming to kill them, but they're there too late. Rick and Michonne go by themselves. They try to get there, but it's too late. Like I said, Simon and the saviors already took out all the scavengers, which is fine by me because the scavengers were kind of the worst group to come to the show in a long time. They might be the worst group to come to the show of the entire series. What do you think, guys? Post your comments below. Rick and Michonne go there to the junkyard, to the heapsters, to the scavengers, to the garbage pail kids. I just think they were filler, and it was just bad filler. The way they talk, the way they dress. I don't mind them having a group at the junkyard or, junkyard people, trash people, because it is a resource. It could be safe if you pile it up high enough. There's a lot of metal. You can make stuff out of it. It's kind of gross, but the scavengers will be picked off here, taken out finally. We'll see what happens with Jadis because she'll be the lone survivor. What do you think, guys? What do you think happens to her? I know a lot of people are saying that she's going to be Alpha. I just don't like that. I want Alpha to be a separate character. I don't want Jadis to be Alpha. I think that would be dumb. I think that would be stupid. Michonne and Rick are climbing up the pile of trash. We'll see if we'll see that bad CGI again that had the helicopter pad. I'll show you that picture in a second. But remember that? Where's the helicopter going to come around? At the very end of the season? Was it a hallucination? Is it real? What do you think, Michonne? I don't know either. But Rick and Michonne will either run into Jadis this episode or next one. But hopefully it's this one. I want to just have this concluded and move on. Here's the picture of that bad CGI. You see the helicopter pad all the way there? What do you make of it, guys? Jadis by herself, and I really can't believe they gave up all this information in the trailers, the teasers, the promos. They just put all this good stuff and the synopsis of stuff too. But what do you think happens to Jadis? I just hope she does not become Alpha or any other character. Let me know your thoughts. Oceanside, we'll see Oceanside. Enid and Aaron are there at Oceanside. Now, initially, Cindy wants to kill Enid and Aaron, but she doesn't. Of course, that's not going to happen. Cindy's not a bad person. She's not a villain, so I doubt that would happen. Aaron and Enid, they can't convince Oceanside to join the fight. Aaron stays Enid goes home by herself is what the word is. Aaron will probably try to stay there and recruit them. Initially, they say no, but you know they're going to come join the fight down the road. I would assume that Aaron's going to win him over at some point, and then they go save the day at Hilltop. Maybe the battle comes in and they come behind the Saviors and take them out. They just don't have any guns, so I don't know what they're going to do. I think Aaron and Enid are being escorted out. Aaron stays, and we'll see how that works out. So we'll see Oceanside again. They'll be in this episode and then maybe in 1 or 2 more episodes. Hopefully we'll get to see them again later in the series, not just this season. So Aaron stays, Enid goes back to the Hilltop. We don't see Hilltop this episode, but there you go, guys. That's the latest information I have about The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 10. Let me know if I missed anything and there's other spoilers going around. Post your comments below. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff on social media, the Walking Dead Community Facebook page and a group. We're at the PT channel on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We have a Facebook page, a Walking Dead Mystery Boxes page, a Fight For Us page. We got 5 books available now online, digital, on Kindle versions, and paperback, of course. 5 books. Here they are right now. I'm finishing up book 6 as we speak, doing the edited of it, but 5 books are available now. They're going strong. It's a good book series, guys. You'll like it. If you like The Walking Dead, you'll love the book series for sure. Become a PT Peep by subscribing. Stay in the know. We have a goal of 100,000 subscribers. We're halfway there, guys. We got prizes, giveaways, and quizzes coming up. To be eligible, you got to be a subscriber. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are awesome. I can't thank it enough. Enjoy the episode this Sunday or whenever you watch it. And remember, guys, you got to make some left turns before you make a right one.